Hello and welcome to another review. Been a while. This one time we're doing the ICM JU 88 A-4 kit number 48233. Typical ICM, reasonable bit of box art there. We've got a bit of information on the aircraft on the side. Again, we've got the kit details there. A couple of the versions you can build. And just again a standard stuff on the side there. So typical affair, we've got a sort of outer cover, out of the way, then nice sturdy cardboard box. So let's get the instructions out first. Let's just pop the parts down there. Again, fairly typical of the more modern ICM kits. You get a nice glossy, let's bring it in a little bit closer, nice glossy instruction manual. Gives you paint call outs for Tamiya Revel. Again, a bit of information about the aircraft itself. Decals inside. So we've got a sprue map here. Certain parts aren't used, obviously there's a number of variants that are going to be used, and then more sprue maps there. Okay, so the first thing is we've got these sort of side panels going on, seats going together, tail wheel, sort of various parts of the components of the cockpit. And then we're pretty much actually going straight in to sandwiching the two halves together. More seats. Then we've got this sort of base of the wings coming together. More parts of seats. All the relevant seats going into the base here. And then the bottom comes up into the main fuselage, and then there's various bits and pieces we're putting here, flaps and so on. Two wing halves going together fairly quickly. You're going to get the actual beast together there. And then we've got various lumps and bumps, the flaps going on, etc. underneath. And we're starting here to build up the sort of engine area, landing gear, bits and pieces going on. And then obviously this kit has two rather nice looking engines that you can build. So they look pretty good. We'll go through all the nacelles going together, coming together over the gears, which is interesting. And then we've got the sort of clear parts going on here, the propellers. Interestingly, does it show? Yeah, it's not really clear. It kind of shows you to button up the engine, but I imagine these panels could be left off quite easily to expose some of the detailed engine. Seems a shame to hide it away. So clear parts coming together there, various bits and pieces. We've then got these sort of racks of the bombs going together. Actually quite a few parts of the bombs. Wheels, wheel gear doors. We can get the instruction leaflet to turn over. And then we've got the final glazing parts going on, and the machine guns in the top. And there we go, complete in 102 steps by this thing. 102 there. Then we've got sort of stencil placement. That's actually in black and white. And then we've got nice colour call outs for 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions. So you've got a reasonable choice there. Let's go straight on to the decals. They actually look pretty good. Nice and clear. They're reasonably glossy. They don't feel too thick. No swastikas in these kits, unlike some others. But there we go. I'm sure they're easy enough to source if you want to pick them. But yeah, they look pretty good. So let's pop that in there. Okay, let's crack on with the parts. See what we've got here. So again, very typical of ICM. Everything's in one bag. Now, nice crisp bags. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these down here, and I'm going to come take them up one at a time. So, what we got here? So we've got various pieces. We've got the wheels. I'm going to zoom in a bit here so you can see some extra detail. In fact, actually, it's maybe just easier to bring them up there. Nice wheels there, actually. Various bulkhead parts. Obviously, we've got the engine housings, propellers. Now, again, there's no flash that I can see. They're all nicely crisply moulded. Yeah, I mean, we've got recessed panel lines. All looks pretty good. I don't think there won't be too many complaints there. There you go. Come in. Reasonably detailed. The tail wheel is all one piece, but it's beautifully detailed. Sorry, I'll take that out of focus. Come on. There we go. Yeah, nice sprue. And we'll come on to the main fuselage halves. And we've also got the bottom of the wings here. Nice, reasonable amount of detail on the sort of internal, the radio equipment, that sort of thing. We've got quite a nice recessed panel lines there. And again, the side fuselage. It all looks pretty good again. I can't see any flash. There's the instrument panel there. Sink marks or anything nasty. All looks pretty good. You've got a bit of detailing in the cockpit area on the sidewalls there. That one there too. There is some injection marks that may need to be removed here. Injection pin marks. Some of them you're not going to see, but some of the ones in the cockpit you might need to think about removing. Again, we've got another sprue here with different props, obviously for different model, and again, different housings here for the different engines types, or the different versions, I'm guessing. So many of those may not be required. We've then got the main wings here. Again, it's all recessed panels. There's a bit of which I'm assuming is mould release, so I would recommend giving these a bit of a wash before you start, or certainly before you paint. But again, we've got a nice recessed panel lines. I mean, I'm not an expert, but they don't, scale wise, they look reasonable. They're not too deep trench like, they're reasonably subtle. Certainly this details all seems to be there. It's quite nice. You can pick some of that up. Yeah, that's good. Then we come on to the sort of little bits and pieces. Here we've got all the flaps, bits which for the landing gear, bits for the seats I suspect here, some of these bits, little bits for the cockpit, various bits and bobs. I'm not sure what all of these are for. Some magazines, that's the ammunition magazines by the looks of things. So again, nicely detailed, flash free. Yeah, no complaints there. We then go on to the engines, bombs, various bits and pieces here. The framework is always nice on these, it's well protected. Doesn't seem to have got damaged, even though it is all in one bag. We've actually got some raised detail as well as recessed on these bombs, really nicely detailed actually. Engines look good, you know, bit of wire, bits and pieces, I'm sure you could tart those up. Again, these look like some more ammunition drums, machine guns. They're reasonable for the scale, I guess. Come in there. Certainly not bad. As you can see, the engines are quite nice there. Pipe work, bits and pieces. That's all good. This sprue here is just the same thing again for the other engine, the other bombs. Exactly the same sprue. And we've then got some more different type of machine guns. I'm not sure which ones, so check the instructions carefully to see which ones are used, which ones aren't, but that all looks pretty good too. So the all-important clear parts, which obviously for a bomber there's a lot of clear, so it's going to be important that these are nice. Certainly no complaints from me so far, they all look pretty reasonable. Not too much distortion again, sorry you can't see, but these parts, even though you're looking through them, you can look at the lines, hopefully you can see that. They're not distorting too much, so they're quite nice. There's two types, there's various versions again. The parts are pretty good. Yeah, flash free again. Nice. Obviously there's going to be quite a lot of mask in there, so maybe a masking set would be a good idea. I'm just going to put these back in the bag because I don't want to get them damaged. Perhaps I'll put them to a bag in a minute, save rustling. I've got a couple of other extra bits for this kit because I'm hopefully going to crack on and build this fairly soon, so I thought I'd quickly show you these. I'm not going to take them out of the pack at the moment, but I think a worthwhile investment is the interior set. You get a lovely colour photo etch part for the sort of radio equipment and the instrument panel and various other bits and pieces. No seat belts, and also a brass type fret, so actually that's quite good value. I think it was about, I picked that up for about 12 quid, so you get 2 sets there, so that's nice. I was going to get a belt set, but I actually found these on eBay for a reasonable price. They're resin seats for JU88A, they're actually for a Dragon kit. Obviously they're pre-moulded, sorry, hopefully you can kind of see that. They're pre-moulded with seat belts, which are, if I'm honest, I prefer. I think it looks better than metal if you paint them carefully. Hopefully they will do the job. Obviously it's for a slightly different kit, but it's the right scale, it's the right plane, so I don't think I'll have too much problem there, hopefully. So that's good. Anyway, it looks like a really nice kit. I'm really looking forward to building it. So until the next review or update, see you soon. Cheers, thanks for watching.